You don't know One Piece's hidden lyrics. Let's do something about that. Welcome to the Yochimusha 108 channel. My name is Greg, and if you care about who I am and what I do, go ahead, skip ahead to the end of the video. And this is usually about the time that I say, let's jump right into those facts. But this time, I have some advice for maximum viewing enjoyment. This time we're going to be talking about how music has influenced One Piece, and since I can't legally provide any examples of illustrations or music for you, I've taken the liberty of providing links to them all in the description below. Viewing the images we'll be talking about while listening to the accompanying music will hopefully get you in the same mindset Oda was in when he was drawing them, and maybe even get to experience the same feelings that he was going through while he was drawing. If you really want to get inside Oda's brain, try not paying any attention to the lyrics and just let it move you as it would a non-English speaker like Oda himself. Okay, sorry to keep you waiting. Let's get into those juicy facts. Number 1. The title of chapter 572, The Times They Are A-Changin', is directly lifted from the title and lyrics of Bob Dylan's 1964 Anthem of Change for the World. Its use in One Piece expressed the end of Whitebeard's era and the beginning of Blackbeard's. This changing of the times was directly addressed in chapter 577, when Blackbeard literally declared the coming of his era. So where did Oda get the inspiration to use the lyrics like this? Chapter 572 was published in February 2010, only a smidgen over a year after the release of the live-action adaptation of Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons' comic book limited series, The Watchmen. The film famously featured Bob Dylan's The Times They Are A-Changin' in a haunting opening sequence. Did Oda's viewing of the film inspire him to use Zimmy's lyrics like this? Knowing Oda's penchant for creative cinema, I'd say there's a pretty good chance of that. Number 2. Chapter 703's color spread sees everybody but Frankie and Robin surrounded by a terrifying shiver of spotted sharks. Notice how Usopp is using a life preserver and coiled rope as a makeshift SOS signal. Following this theme, the English text in the background reads, "We'll send an SOS to the world." These are the unmistakable lyrics to 1979's Message in a Bottle by the Police. It makes you wonder why they're sending a message in a bottle when they should really just be calling the police. Number 3. In Chapter 383's color spread, we see the Straw Hats being carried away by giant raptors in a rare trifold-sized picture. Let's take a look at that English. The winner takes it all. Normally in English, we'd say winner takes all. So why did Oda go through the trouble of writing more English than he actually had to? Because the winner takes it all is the title of ABBA's 1980 hit from their album Super Trooper. So, what exactly have our Straw Hat winners taken here? They appear to be saying farewell to a group of individuals, perhaps a village they just saved, and I want you to check the back of the red raptor. If you can see the back of it, you'll notice that it's carrying a large sack. On that sack, guess what? There's a belly symbol. They're taking all of that money, and it looks like the people are happy giving it to them. That is a ton of belly! If only they had that kind of money in the main story. Number 4. As if Chapter 450's Zombie Night Dance wasn't enough of a hint, the name of the world's largest ship, Gekko Moriya's Thriller Bark, is almost certainly a nod to Michael Jackson's worldwide sensation from 1983, Thriller. That's right, the King of Pop was just as popular here in Japan as he was in the rest of the world. When you think about it, it's kind of funny. The King of Pop inspired the King of Manga. Here's a bonus fact. While this isn't exactly lyric-based, it's still linked to a famous piece of Halloween music. Chapter 685's color spread sees the Straw Hats going trick-or-treating, although Luffy appears to be going for trick or meat. And if you check a headstone next to Luffy's left arm, you'll see the name Jack. It's pretty hard to imagine that this refers to anybody besides A Nightmare Before Christmas's own Pumpkin King, Jack Skellington. Number 5. This is the very first instance of hidden lyrics that I found in the series. It's actually what inspired me to look for others, and it also holds a solemn place in my heart. The terrorist attacks on civilians on September 11, 2001 shocked people around the world, including Eiichiro Oda. In his own way, Oda Eiichiro made a subtle call for peace in Chapter 201's color spread. This was released less than a month after the attacks, on October 1st, 2001. The memorable artwork features the Straw Hats literally fighting for peace as doves fly out from behind them. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching right now who are thinking, come on, what makes you think 9/11 inspired that? In his weekly table of contents comment accompanying this chapter, Oda wrote, "There are adults who kill in the name of what they call holy wars or justice, and there are children who see that. One Piece will continue on, praying for world peace all the while." Combine that with his reflections on the same piece, which were included in Color Walk number 3. When I drew this, the world wasn't doing so hot. The news was telling us that a bunch of countries were out of line. So I drew some doves. Yeah! I know I have some pretty crazy theories, but this picture's origin isn't one of them. So what lyrics did Oda choose to accompany this piece? Arguably the most appropriate ones he possibly could have. Luffy's t-shirt displays a partial sentence that reads, "One thing I can tell you is ... Okay, full disclosure here, folks. For the longest time, I thought that was just some rando English sentence and didn't even notice the English in the background. The partially obscured English in the upper left background reads, "You gotta be free." Something about these phrases together sounded familiar. So on a lark, I went to Google and typed them both in. Who came up but the Fab Four themselves? The complete line reads, "One thing I can tell you is, you gotta be free," which is directly from the Beatles' opening track of Abbey Road, Come Together. This song has quite a storied history, and it might not be the best example of a Beatles song calling for peace, but if you take it purely at face value, which is certainly how Oda would have, then its message of people coming together for a cause is probably what Oda-sensei wanted to convey. Here's a bonus fact. Not counting the appearance in the One Piece anime opening number 4, Luffy was drawn wearing the same t-shirt manga style in one other location, the One Piece pop-up art book. There's a bit of a spelling error, but that aside, the advantage of the pop-up book is being able to see what the back of this outfit looks like. And guess what? It's loaded with meat. Here's a bonus fact. You've probably noticed that there's some English on the right side of the color spread as well. It seems to read One Piece, but pieces P, I, and E are clearly obscured. I'll bet you anything Oda intended that to read P-E-A-C-E instead, and covered it up on purpose. The Plank. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me again. I had a blast making this. As always, you can check out more of my articles on OnePiece.com, the official website. You can check those out in English and Japanese. Don't freak out if it's in Japanese when you get there. Just click on an article, you'll find the English. You should also follow me on Twitter, because I tweet about everything from One Piece to pizza, and who doesn't love pizza? Come on. I'm still continuing my campaign to support the official releases. If you are a One Piece theorist or reviewer and you release your videos on the day of the official releases in your home country or in the language of the video, I will promote you right here on this channel or on my Twitter feed. So how exactly would you benefit if I advertised your material? Well, I work with the editors of One Piece on a weekly basis, and they follow me on Twitter. So if I retweet your material, they will probably see it. After you smash that like button, let me know if there's a topic that you'd like me to do. Let me know in the comments below or send me a message on Twitter. I'm always happy and interested in doing videos that you guys want to see. That about wraps it up for this time. I'll see you next video. And aren't you glad that now you know One Piece hidden lyrics?
Ma.